Good morning, everyone. My name is Simon Filson, and I like to share with you. And I've decided to record it before I go for my procedure. I'm gonna have procedure to improve my scars, and before that happens, in 2 hours' time, I'm gonna leave home, get ready for the procedure, and head to the hospital. So I like to share with you this and record and show you my scars. Most of us, when we have scars, and we try to hide because we are ashamed of and after me, but and just so I was abandoned as a baby. I was told I was 1.5 year old, and I was being three houses, I think. And at the end, I was in most of my childhood. Then I was raised by my aunt, my father's sister. So there I have, and so I have suffered some sexual abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, and injuries, especially burnt injuries. I was burnt and in boiling fat in the middle of the night. It was late night, and my aunt asked me to stir the fat so it doesn't stick together. It was fat, so they just want the fat to be liquidized. And so I was just looking after a short while. My aunt was praying. So the prayer was too long for me. I was tired. I just had a shower. I wanted to go to bed. So I sat down next to this boiling fat. And next time I just sort of nodded off. And next time I knew I was just, I don't know how to describe. I don't know what happened. I was just all over me, just this boiling fat was over me, especially my leg. And when you have serious injuries, you can hardly cry. So I cried, but it was not terrible cry. So two of my neighbors came, I think, and my aunt ran to, and after that I was not taken to hospital. I was just taken by the arm. Both of my arms were burnt. I could hardly even use my arms there. I could hardly walk. I'm gonna show you my leg burnt. I could hardly walk. And then there's no one took me to hospital under the regime that was there in the country, Somalia. And the hospitals were free, the education was free, and no one ever cared me to take me to hospital. So I was shivering. I think I was in a shock. I was just shivering. I was in pain. What did they do? They just took me. I had a bed, single bed. I used to sleep in my same room as my aunt. I had a single bed, but I don't think I was not put in bed. I was or a mat or something, I don't know, put on the floor, and I was just lay down there and had to bend my legs because I couldn't stretch and because the skin was burnt badly. So I was neglected. No one ever took me to there. The flesh just rotten there. Used to smell. Some of them used to say, "Ooh, something is smelling," and I knew it was my leg they were talking about. So for this reason, if I survived, so can you. I was also abused. Family members, my cousin, who used to regularly come and abuse me in the middle of the night. He used to sleep another room, but he used to knock the door, sneak in, just pretending to drink a milk. And my aunt was too tired. She used to go back to her sleep, and he used to come and touch me, and just abuse me, sexual abuse, continuously for several years. So I'm going to show you my leg now because I think I'm going to go soon. Um, there, this is the burnt, as you can see. Let me open this. So this is my leg. As you can see, this is my thigh. This is, as you can see, severe burns. Severe burns. It's just very hard skin, and it goes up to there. It goes up to here. There. It goes up to here, goes up to there. You can see this is the worst one, I think. Here, this is the worst, as you can see. I burnt there, and then here. This, when I was the scars during my suffering, this to the skin, as you can see, is the here healed together. They healed together, and then my aunt saw that this I was limping, so she just my leg was this. Because I used to hold like I couldn't stretch my leg, because if I stretch my leg and put down, this skin will irritate me. You see, I couldn't do that because this was, this flesh was freshly wound, so I couldn't put down. So I used to bend my leg all the time, as you can see. I used to bend it. So this bending resulted this skin to heal together. So when I was start walking, I used to limp because the skin healed together here. So my aunt saw, and she saw, oh, and I forcibly was stretched, and as a result, the blood just came out. This was big. I had, as you can see, I had surgery to minimize the scars. It was bothering me even there. I never forget this one. Went to stretch, just blood came out. In a way, I was lucky because if it healed together, because I knew I would never been taken to hospital, so this would limited my walking. So here, the burnt goes even further here, as you can see. Here, 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 up to my ankle, like you see. This. So I have tasted hell. If this hell, I've already tasted hell. Here, I couldn't even put, when I was sleeping, I couldn't even put down my elbow. I couldn't put it down because it used to hurt. My flesh would stick, yeah, to the blanket. So I used to hold like that, sleep like that. Yeah, I used to sleep like that. Even this one, I had fresh burns. I couldn't put it down. So my arms used to lie here, either on my chest or on my head. And the only person who looked after me is my sister. She was also abandoned. We were two of us. She was also abandoned. And the night I burnt, I was not taken to hospital. I was just left there. If I didn't die, I can't, I just become emotional. If I survived that night, maybe it was not my time to go, to leave this earth. I was shivering. I was in pain. No one looked after me. Everyone went back to sleep. I believe if I was one of her children, I believe I would have taken to hospital. No mother goes back to sleep when the child is burnt and shivering because of shock and pain. Would you go back to sleep if your child burnt? I don't think so, because you love your child. You would look after it. Even if you don't believe in hospital, you would sit next to them and give pain relief and ask your neighbors. I think I'm not sure if I remember well, sugar, maybe it would make it worse. They smeared sugar on my leg, my burnt leg. If I survived, so can you. Please tell yourself you're worth it. If you've been neglected, some people just take their own life because they can't face, or they can't have these cruel memories in their mind. Meditate, have a friends. There's kind people in this world. Please don't punish yourself. Take care of yourself. Just tell yourself you are here to survive like everyone else. You're worth it to be looked after. You're worth it to be shown love. No one ever showed me love. Never. No one ever hugged me. No one ever told me you're pretty. You're worth it. If someone is bothering you, come back and tell me. No one ever. So this silence and emotional and suppressed emotional, lead me to other further abuse. So now I've decided to share my life story to anyone. If you've been raped, if you've been molested, if you have injuries, if you've been neglected, if you've not shown love, try to heal yourself. Tell yourself you're worth it. You don't deserve to die. You don't deserve to be abused. Thank you very much. I hope to share with you some of my other stories as well. Thank you for watching. Lots of love. Thank you. Take care of yourself.